you. There's a question on protectionism, and we just relate it again. I think the risk to protectionism is that it can often occur on both sides. And with the recent moves by U.S. Congress against Chinese paper exports, is there a risk of a nascent backlash in China vis-a-vis trade with U.S.?
Well, let me say two things. I use protectionism, but because it's a broad word, but I haven't seen anyone in the Congress or elsewhere that takes a tough line on trade that says I'm a protectionist. Okay, so but there is, but I would say there is protectionist sentiment in both of our countries. One thing that isn't talked about as much as it relates to China is that they've got their elections, you know, party Congress meeting in the fall, filling out the Politburo positions, and then state council in the spring. And so I think it is that raises the bar very hard. It makes it much more difficult to get reforms, but we still need progress. We've got our sentiment. There's no doubt that actions on both sides. And as I said in my speech, I want to look at the glass being half full rather than half empty. I can't think of situations where there's trade and there's strong and growing trade where there isn't tension. And we didn't have much of a trading relationship with China a number of years ago. Now we do. There's going to be tension. We have to manage through it. And it's as simple as that. And there's going to be frustrations on both sides.
With the world now becoming rather borderless, is there and we see acquisitions, mergers across national borders throughout the world, is there a risk that with the failure of the C-100 acquisition, some other attempted acquisitions, that Chinese interests will have a great deal of difficulty making acquisitions in the U.S.?
Let me say, I see a big part of my job as Treasury Secretary is fighting to keep the world open for investment. The flow of investment is very important. It's been a big part of what has made this country great, being open for competition, being a haven for investment. And so I think that is very, very important. I would say that I think direct investment by China would be a very good thing, and more direct investment with China in the U.S., and that is something we talk about at the Strategic Economic Dialogue.
Just trying to make sure we have a question. Right. We probably should let the Secretary have some lunch. I know he, may I share with the group that at this afternoon, after the Secretary leaves, he's going to be interviewed by Charlie Rose. And I think that will be a wonderful opportunity for him to continue to develop his views. So before we let you leave, Secretary, we do have a little gift for you. And I might also mention that in our audience, we are very honored to have China's ambassador to the U.S., Ambassador Zhou. And we have a present for both Secretary and the ambassador. This, I'll give it to you, Hank. And Ambassador, would you kindly join us up here?
One of the things I'd said to the ambassador is how much I enjoy working with him and what a great representative of his country he is, and how well he does in bridging differences and how active he is. And so I'm very honored that he's here today.
And I might tell you that the present ambassador, and I might just tell you, you don't get off this lightly. I might tell you that the present you have in your bag is something designed by one of our members, David Chu, the founder of Nautica. And you will find in your bags a C-100 tie that we hope you will wear at the most important moments. Secretary, you have a blue tie, and Ambassador, you have a red tie. And we hope in the future, when you two find yourselves sitting across the negotiation table, and you have any kind of issues that you will look across the table, see the C-100 tie, and come to agreement.
I want him on my side of the negotiation. He's supposed to help me.
And you know what? And if you two gentlemen are not able to come to any resolutions, we decided we will call in the A-team, and Mrs. Paulson, Wendy, and Madam Ambassador will come. They have scarves in their packages. So we will have the ladies take over.
All right.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Hank.